Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This video is about TOEFL. So it is nothing but a language test where that proves you know English, you understand English, you can write, speak, listen in English. So basically, it tells the university that you can survive in English-speaking country and also understand how the professors or the university is teaching in English. So that's why this language test is important and is a requirement if you want to go to an English speaking country if you are not a native English speaker. So for US, it's not just a minimum requirement. Of course, you have to clear this requirement that if TOEFL is required as 100, you need to get 100. But furthermore, you also need some extra requirements if you want to apply for teaching assistantships. So they are they are mentioned that you need at least around 27, 26 if I'm not wrong in speaking section if you want to apply for TA. It's just a minimum requirement. It's not a guarantee that you will get in for the TA, but to apply for a TA you need to get that minimum requirement. So for Canada, firstly, I would suggest go for IELTS because it is easier to apply for a study permit. But if you have given TOEFL, that's okay. I have personally given TOEFL. So there's no requirement for teaching assistantships as per I know. I couldn't find any specific requirements for it. So it's just a minimum requirement for applying to the course. That's it. So coming to TOEFL structure, there are 4 sections. First is reading, second is listening, third is speaking, and fourth is writing. So now first question would come as when to give your TOEFL. So if you have prepared for your GRE or if you are preparing for your GRE, I'll suggest that you can either give your TOEFL 10-15 days before your GRE. So that's because TOEFL is easier, the passages are easier, the writing section is easier than GRE. So that's why it might boost your confidence to give the GRE and all. But you can also give the TOEFL 10 to 15 days later, after GRE. So it's your personal choice. I personally gave TOEFL after GRE. There was no such reason for it, but just I preferred giving it after. Second is preparing for TOEFL. So as I mentioned, it is easier than GRE. It is easier, the passages are easier to understand, but unlike GRE, the passages are long. It is around 700 words long passage, so it is a pretty long passage. So you can start with some mock tests so that you know where you stand. I'll just link down below the free mock test by ETS website. Furthermore, I would suggest get used to sitting for 3 hours, 4 hours straight, because you will need your focus, you will need your concentration. You cannot afford to lose your focus in between, particularly in the listening section, which is after the reading section. That's why sit at a place for 3 to 4 hours and get used to it. Now for reading section, the questions are asked paragraph wise. So you are given initially you're given an entire passage, but the questions are asked paragraph wise. So first paragraph has 2-3 questions, second has 3-4 questions, etc. So you can either read first 2 lines and last 2 lines of a paragraph in an entire go, or you can read the entire paragraph one by one and answer the questions simultaneously. I preferred the later one because usually the last question of a passage is about summary. So it would be easier if you can if you know the detail. But if you are not used to reading and all, it might be a problem for you because there is also a time constraint. As I mentioned, the time is around 60-70 minutes. So that's why you might miss the last questions. So that's why practice it, experiment it, what suits you and all. So use whatever suits you. So for now, listening section, I would suggest just watch English movies, listen to English podcasts, watch some like YouTube videos about, I don't know, like Trevor Noah, if you know him. It's basically getting used to the accent. So, but in TOEFL, they would like talk slowly or like at a normal speed usually, but still you can practice listening to these movies or podcasts in a higher speed so that you get used to the speed also. So basically there are 4 questions or 4 tasks. So I lost my most of the marks in the first question. I was completely blank while speaking, so I was like demotivated, but later I was like, okay, let it go. This question was bullshit. Let's just do well in the other remaining questions. So I did, and I got a pretty decent score for that. So that's why practice it, record yourself again and again. Make note of your fluency, transition words, your timing, and etc. I'll just link down the rubric below. It's a official rubric by TOEFL, so you can check it out. Also, most importantly, please don't give a fake accent. They just need you to speak in a grammatically correct way. Just speak in normal accent, normal English. So please don't fake it. It will deduct your marks. So for writing section, there's usually the structure, like you have to read a passage, listen to a recording, which is usually a conversation between 2 people, and then you have to write a response. So if you have given GRE analytical writing, or you have practiced AWA, then it's quite easy, don't worry about it. But if you have not, like you can just time yourself, write grammatically correct essays, paragraphs, use transition words, use a good structure like introduction, justification 1 with an example, justification 2 with an example, conclusion, etc. Follow a good structure, and also most importantly, read the question carefully, what it states. Is it asking for the summary of the passage and the recording, or is it asking in what way are those two related, or is it asking you to write your view, opinion, or the other person's opinion? So read the question carefully, because you don't want to write something else and the question is asking something else, right? So this is most important, and like make sure of that. So I hope this video was good enough. I hope this video was useful enough. And also, I'm so sorry for the late video. I was like quite busy in college stuff, so that's why sorry for that. So I'll see you soon. Stick around. Thank you so much.